Hello everyone, it is me, Video Person 102. So, sorry about the very crappy video earlier. I had an idea, and I also had my little sister, so I wanted to try it out, and it failed. I'm not doing that again, not by a long shot. That was horrible. I had an idea, it was perfect in my head, but when you write it out on paper, it just doesn't work out very well. I did like what I did with the Duke though. Like not the costume, but how I'm like, I am the Duke and it's high time that I dropped in. And since you stole my deodorant, I'd call that a sin or whatever I said. I made that up on the spot. There was no script for me. I wrote a script for my sister, but there's no script for me. No, I came up with that on the spot. I'm kind of proud of myself for that. Um, but anyway, the real reason I came here, because I couldn't wait any longer, I was binge watching Sandersides because it's kind of like 1 in the morning right now. So like I'm here binge watching Sandersides and I'm watching the whole thing. And as we get more and more into the series, I realized that I don't know about real Thomas, but character Thomas gets more and more depressed. Like if you think on the first episode, he's like, "What is everybody? Man, this extra seconds really worked magic." And then like we're over here at the new Sandra Usides video, and he barely even talks. And when he does talk, it's groaning and forceful talk, like when Logan asked him what he sees and feels. But besides that, he doesn't talk. And anxiety's been going through the roof lately. So this has me theorizing, and there is points to conflict this. There are points to bring it up. But I do have some things to consider. If you follow my Instagram, you'll know of my original character, Sandersides, the last orange one, which is obsession. But what if the orange side is depression? Now hear me out. So it won't be like the other side, and it's been deeply rooted in Thomas for a long time. So one day, he's just talking with the sides to see Remus show up, and I want them to do an evil duet. Like, I don't care if the new side is in there or not. We need Remus and Deceit to sing an evil duet. And I'm gonna die if they don't, eventually. So, anyway. Um, Thomas could be over here like, okay, now my two most, like, side, well, not sides, but, the two sides that are mostly my negative things are singing a duet. I had time to die, so then he takes a knife from the kitchen, and he's like, and anxiety's like, and he's like shaking in the back. Patton tries to comfort him, and then in the like right from Patton's spot, because Patton's over by Virgil because he's mastered like the whole screen cut thing. So Patton's over here trying to comfort Virgil during a panic attack, and a new side right in front of them is born. This one will be the orange side, or whatever color he wants to make it. Probably orange. We need the whole rainbow. We need the whole rainbow. But anyway, this will be depression. And Thomas doesn't even notice he's there because he's over here like. Now remember, you want to take it slow. So you start from the upper arm and go down, never left and right. And he's like, okay. And he's like about to, actually do it when Patton jumps from Virgil and with the help of Princey holds Thomas back, gets his arms, and Logan is on like a hotline or whatever getting help. And I know this is like a very far stretched fan fiction, but like of course you wouldn't do any of this in camera, but just think of how Thomas has been acting lately. He is literally the embodiment of the depresso bean. and he gradually got into it. It's not like he was just suddenly done with life. He gradually went into it. Like the last episode, we actually got to see our like happy pappy Thomas was in the Christmas video last year. It's been a whole year since we've seen character Thomas happy. And it just went downhill from there. The beginning of SVS. He is overly excited about the new callback, and he slowly like is down, and you're like, okay, it's just, he's a bit upset for a little bit. Next episode, Dwight. He's over here, sleep deprived, exhausted, anxiety is through the roof. Oh no, look it. His intrusive thoughts have gotten so bad that it spawned into its own character. That can't be good. Now, like, of course, intrusive thoughts are everywhere and they're in everyone. But I think you have to have them very bad for it to spawn into your own side or character. So, with him having all these bad thoughts, it spawned Remus. With the help of... Okay, so then we go to this new Sandra Asides video, where Thomas, is just so out of it. He doesn't talk. He can't enjoy a Disney movie. And I guess it's affecting the sides because Patton, when they were, trying to come up with an idea, he's singing the lines, "Don't let him in, don't let him see," and he's kind of quiet. And it's like, he's back to repression and denial. That can't be good. Princey hasn't sung a single note through this whole episode. Unbelievable. And anxiety was this close to having an attack. And even after Logan's exercise, he still couldn't calm down. I don't know what the frick was Thomas doing with the computer at the end, but I am concerned as heck. Now, there's two ways we could look at this. One, we could all cry ourselves to sleep knowing that character Thomas is dying, or we could fangirl that this is probably the cutest we've ever seen anxiety, even though he's dying inside. And I know this was kind of out of the blue, and I'm bad at explaining things, but just think about it. Like, character Thomas may have depression. Like, Sandra Sides has never been a stranger to covering dark topics. So, like, what if Joan and Thomas purposely set this up so that they could eventually talk about depression? And I'm honestly, like, I honestly just spitballing here. If I offended anyone with depression, I am sorry. Unintentional, but like, just think about that for a sec. You want to know how I got this idea? It's like 1 a.m, and I've been watching Sandersides since 4 p.m. So I've been watching Sandersides for like a straight 10 hours. 9, 10. I forget how to count, but 9 or 10 hours. I don't think watching Sandersides for that long is healthy. So my mind's reeling with conspiracy theories. I can't English. Hello. Yep. Do I want to add anything? Yeah, but you guys could, check and see stuff too. But like, that's my thoughts. I'm sorry for the last video. It was very crappy. If you guys want, I could take it down. It's just mostly supposed to be logicality. I am sorry. It was so bad. Do your best.